Shannon.
Following up on Simon's question on the negotiations post-Sinwar, afterwards the immediate question on the State Department's mind was, is Hamas going to be willing to negotiate in good faith? Are they actually interested in reaching a deal? I know you said that they rejected the proposal that was put on the table over the weekend, but have you made a determination on whether they are willing to actually accept any proposal?
So it's not an assessment we make sort of across the board. It's an assessment we make based on their actual responses to proposals that are put on the table. And what we have seen since the death of Sinwar so far is they're not willing to engage on those proposals. Now, that doesn't mean it won't change. Doesn't mean we shouldn't go back and work with our allies and partners to try and find a way to bridge the divides and get a ceasefire that would get all of the hostages home and would set the table for a broader end to the conflict. That, of course, is what we're trying to do. But just when you look at their, just judging on initial actions by the Hamas leadership in the several weeks since Sinwar died, they rejected the first proposal that was put on the table.
So when Secretary Blinken went to the Middle East in the wake of Sinwar's killing, he said that there was a clear moment and the effort was to try to seize it. Is it fair to say that that optimism has dwindled?
We still believe that there's a moment that we ought to capitalize on and that we ought to seize. And we continue to look to try and see if there are other proposals that can get us to yes, and whether there are different ways to put things forward that would, as I said, bridge the divide and kind of break through this logjam that we've been in. We're not going to give up on this effort because it's too important to the Palestinian civilians who are suffering. It's too important to the hostages that are suffering. It's too important to the long-term peace and stability of the region. So we're going to continue to push forward despite the obstacles. Yeah, Rabia.
Turkey, along with 52 countries, submitted a letter to the United Nations urging for and halt to arms transfers to Israel, and there are increasing calls on this issue. Is there any possibility that the Biden administration might consider halting our weapons shipments to Israel if Israel does not meet the demands outlined in the letter?
So we made clear in the letter, and I've made clear from the podium, that there are potential policy and legal ramifications that flow from Israel not being in compliance with U.S. law, and we're going to follow the law. Do not want to speculate about where that's going to land. We're going to continue to look at the progress that they have made and make our assessments based on on that progress.
Can you elaborate more on what do you mean by following the law?
It means that we're going to follow the law. If you look at 620I, which is the thank you for the laugh, Matt. If you look at
Follow the law means
it means we're going to follow the law. And I'm about to elaborate on it. If you look at 620I, which is the version of the Foreign Assistance Act, it makes clear that countries need to not take any steps to impede the delivery of foreign assistance. That's the exact statute that the letter references, and so we're going to look at their compliance with that statute and make the appropriate judgments under it. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know how many briefings you're going to address before the transition, but just wanted to say we will miss you and Vedant because you guys are true image of the values this country stands for. The way you deal with the foreign journalists, I really appreciate that.
That's kind of you.
Thank you.
I wish I could believe you spoke for all of your colleagues, but
no,
I will miss all of you as well. But
my personal opinion.
As they say in Monty Python, I'm not dead yet.
So people are celebrating in different parts of the world, like in Pakistan, India, North Korea, Russia. The majority of the Pakistani people believe that Trump will get Imran Khan out of prison. I was talking to a Russian diplomat this morning, and he told me that Russia is getting prepared to negotiate ongoing war with the upcoming Trump administration. Arab Americans also hope that Trump will bring peace in the Middle East. So do you really think that the current foreign policy is one of the issues your administration lost the elections?
I am not in any way going to speculate on the outcome of the elections. If you turn on cable news, there are any number of pundits who will give you all sorts of different reasons on how the election was decided, but certainly not appropriate for me to speculate from a U.S. government podium about what those reasons might have been.